it's all coming from the same source, profiling, which is an overzealous government that is criminalizing people on the basis of their religion, their skin color, their national origin, their background.
For immigrant communities, particularly since 9/11, but even before 9/11, of course, people have been racially profiled.
Poor people of color, day to day, they face everyday racial profiling in their communities from NYPD, particularly stop and frisk practices in New York that are out of control, in our neighborhoods, in the subway system, in the school system.
Border enforcement on the U.S.-Mexico border is almost exclusively based on racial profiling. There are checkpoints that are put in place in our communities that our vehicles are pulled over, our residents are detained simply based on the color of their skin.
It was a sense of fear, a sense of, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, they're gonna do something to me. When they get pulled over or get harassed and searched by the gang unit, it's almost like it's become normalized, and it shouldn't be normalized.
The national security state framework that's been established in this country, and the state of mind that racial profiling is okay because we're under attack.
When you demonstrate that you're not the only one, I think people feel empowered to stand up for themselves, to advocate on behalf of their rights.
We've worked to increase the number of complaints, publicize those complaints.
Local police departments are saying, it's really not in the best interest of our law enforcement to be working with the federal agencies, because the federal agencies do racially profile our communities.
The purpose of the profiling is to keep particularly low-wage workers and working-class communities silent so that they don't organize.
When you bring people together to talk about this, they're also able to talk about how they're being treated differently. And the one thing that everybody agrees with is that fair is fair. So when they hear unfairness happening, the humanity comes out. And that's really the work of the organizers, to make sure we create a space where the humanity comes out.
What's so wonderful about the Rights Working Group, it's not just immigrant rights groups or civil rights groups. They have an array of organizations working on an array of issues.
We decided to join this year and become a part of something larger than what we ourselves could do.
We were very excited to be working with the Rights Working Group in putting together a case study. By doing this case study, we were able to work with folks in New Mexico who helped put that together and really create a document that is useful not just to the national movement, I hope, but also to local communities.
The Rights Working Group was able to provide us a map of saying you need to knock on all of these different doors and say to all of these different agencies what the main issues that you're facing are.
What's great about IRPA is it talks about surveillance, which is an issue that's very dear to the Muslim American and Arab American community. So we've done a lot of coalition work with other organizations through Rights Working Group. So it's been through the Rights Working Group that we have found these allies.
Especially with the End Racial Profiling Act and the campaign nationally, working with all these groups around the country, being able to go to the halls of Congress, gives our community a sense of encouragement that racial profiling is an issue. It is a fact. Thousands of people around the country are understanding this. Our legislators are seeing this, know this, and that we're part of something bigger, and that there are solutions that we can work towards.